Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another episode, of Light Father, Light Son podcast. How you doing, Pop?
Doing great, man. How you?
Holding it down. Let me get the steering wheel out the way.
You get my fitted on. Ain't nothing wrong to get your fitted on.
They say jot down and put your fitted on, man.
ah, what was a rough day
Yes,
today?
sir. So, oh, was it?
Yeah,
What you have going on?
not just work, man. Just work. Just, just with people,
Light
man.
Father, Light Son podcast. You know how we do it. Another episode. Just here to tell y'all, super proud of my Pop. He just kicked a lot of ass yesterday, man. The beginning of the change start. Y'all will hear about that soon. It ain't everybody business. But still, Pop, man, I was just talking today about how you still find excitement in the things you do, even at your age. And I'm proud of you, man. Seriously. Of
Thank you, man. Thank you.
course.
Thank
Of course. All products here used are tobacco or CBD.
you. Yep.
Tobacco or CBD. Just relax. It's not your business. Once again, it's not your damn business. Anyway,
And this another episode is for educational purposes only. And before we start this, let's give a shout out to some of my endorsements. Divas Hauling. Big up, big up, big up.
in season farming, which we're gonna bring up today because we're bringing up in one of the topics how come farmers aren't rock stars. So
Mm.
got a couple words to say about in season farming today. Um, we got a lot to dive into today, frankly, Pot. You want to just go ahead and start?
Yes, sir.
Hot box.
So you
What
hot
hot box
boxing.
the whip? Hot box the whip. All right, here we go. Yeah, with the CBD, of course. CBD, of course. Only CBD. Today we only got two Trump topics. I noticed that he had been coming up a lot, and I kind of want to start guiding the thing this show to a little bit more specialized stuff. We were supposed to be, like I said, about the expose, but these conversations have been good and they're actually very important. I think it's historic that me and you are reporting on this stuff as it happens since Trump is in office. So we got only two today on that Trump, and then the rest of the stuff, man. I got some real life questions to ask you and some people to call out.
Let's do it.
First things first is today. I watched it live. Trump signed an executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. He brought up the word transgender a lot. I thought it was hilarious. But he brought up a lot of what you would call, I guess, quote unquote victims. In my own head, I was calling them glorified losers, but I get it. They were competing against men. But a lot of these women that were up there came in second place because some man wound up beating them and all of this other stuff. A person that was born as a man. There was also a woman whose last name was McNutt. I can't McAnn Donovan McAnn. Maybe, I can't remember what her name was, but she was a high school student playing against a transgender person who was way taller than her, and he jumps up in the air, hit her, hit the ball with them great Kali chops, and they wound up slamming the girl in the face. It knocked her unconscious, half paralyzed her ass on the right side, and she ain't gonna be okay ever again.
I
So,
told you. I, I recall telling you about that. Gave her a concussion and everything. In volleyball, it was in volleyball. The girl, the girl was state. She was state. Now he damn near put her in the hospice. Hit
and
her in
that's
the
not
face with that.
funny.
No, hit her in the face with that volleyball like it was a fucking 98-mile-an-hour fastball from a
Yep.
professional pitcher. Damn near killed her.
I know I'm not supposed to be laughing, and I apologize. I know that lady's life is ruined, but man, to think that a blow can be so devastating on some volleyball mess, that is funny. That's the stuff cartoons is made out of for real. I've never heard of such a devastating blow. I've seen baseball players get hit in the head with a baseball.
Imagine
Damn.
that grease. Imagine that hairy, greasy, slimy dude you wrestle.
Yeah.
Imagine him in female wrestling.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He would make. He was in the female wrestling. He would make Goldberg look like he's a fucking.
A fairy.
Yep.
Like a fairy. Nah, that would have been bad. Talk about he got titties all of a sudden. It's a
Yeah.
big dude, man.
All that hair and Vaseline all around, baby all around his body, and the motherfucker look like a walking ape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why he going into female wrestling?
Well, what I
They
what
don't
I
have.
did like about the rules is that he didn't say that women were banned from competing in men's sports. Because if he said that, well, first of all, I wouldn't agree with that because you knew on our team we had girls on our wrestling team. They would wrestle girls whenever there were girls, but wrestling is a male dominated sport. So sometimes they gotta wrestle men. And Brenda and some of them girls had more balls than some of the dudes on my team for sure. And they were better wrestlers.
Yeah, but
Um,
Brenda won't do a damn thing to that hairy back dude.
oh my God, no, no, nah, he won't be able to do nothing.
I don't
If,
agree with it. Everybody
what,
needs to load their lane and stay in your place. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, no, I'm sorry. Um, like I said though, I mean, if you got a little girl in the city, we had a better shot because there were more girls wrestling. But if you're a little girl who want to wrestle in high school and there is no girls wrestling team, that I feel like a girl should get a shot. If you get your head slammed off, that's the name of the game. You're signing up to come compete with the men. You know what I'm saying?
But is that man that slammed my head off? Is that man going to get a fair shake?
He, he he's gonna get a win for sure. If you go to the
Okay,
states, if it's in the states and he breaks her neck, he wins the states. If he
I
ain't
get that.
disqualified,
I get that. But is he going to get the major props that he deserves? They're going
probably
to say,
not.
"Oh, beat up on a girl." They're going to shame him, state
Yep.
champion or not. They're going to shame him.
Yep.
It's not right. It's not right.
So what would you do for a little girl who wanted to wrestle, but there was no wrestling team? You know what I'm saying?
If I was in the state of North Carolina, first and foremost, I would start what's the word? A petition and send it straight up to the North Carolina Educational Lottery
Okay.
and have them fund a females team. That's the
What
way it should be done. They
it's
should
the
already have.
it's the participants too though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find you can pay for the team, but you have to find girls who are willing to wrestle. And that's where the hard part is.
No, it's
You
not.
gotta
If that was part of everyday sports in school, there's more females want to wrestle than you realize.
I guess nowadays you are right. Excuse my language, because there's a lot of divas now in the WWF. So there's gonna be a breed of little girls who want to wrestle. You are right.
Who want who want to come out there and be Charlotte Flair,
Yeah. Or Bel Air. What's the Bel Air girl name? Bianca.
Bianca.
She she cute for real. She cute for real.
But yeah, I mean,
Jack
there's girls
Diva.
that want just like boys when they coming up. Some boy wanted to be Ric Flair.
Yeah. Mm.
Open the doors. Stop being stupid. That could save a girl's life. Instead of her going out there getting pregnant, she could be at wrestling practice.
Wrestling is the only martial art they teach at school. Do you believe that public schools should teach more martial arts? Do you think that should be an
I,
option?
I think public schools need to get rid of. I think it really do need to be condemned and then built back up. I think everything out there should be taught in school. If you want to be an auto mechanic, they should have a program for that. If you want to be a lifeguard, they should have a program for that.
How do
Think
you?
about it.
No, I agree with
They
that. Okay,
they got swimming teams, but they don't have nothing if a person want to be a lifeguard.
yeah,
If you want to be a plumber, there should be a program in place for that.
yeah. I do agree with that. Any kid that goes to school should graduate with some type of skill trade, a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't get the full certificate, maybe the what's it called? The apprentice. You got like an apprenticeship or something like that whenever you graduate. But excuse me, there's gonna be a lot of situations too where if you ask a 14-year-old kid what he wants to be, none of them are gonna know. Most of it might have been beaten in their heads. You're gonna be a doctor or whatever, but you ask the average kid, how do you guide that person? Because I was into a lot of stuff, but didn't really know how to put it into words. And my guidance counselor slammed me at ROTC thinking that was going to work. She made the worst decision. Literally,
Yeah.
with a child, she made the worst decision she could have made for what I was going to do with my future.
If the child don't know, it still should be up to the child. Let them pick something. It should be mandatory. Let them pick something. If you fail at it, you fail at it. If you're good at it, you're good at it.
Mm.
It should be up to the individual. Because again, Ric Flair back in the 60s never knew he would be the man that he is today. Michael Jordan back in elementary school never knew he would be the man he is today. Hell, you got Kobe Bryant, never went to college,
Yeah,
but he knew what he wanted to do.
yeah. That's what's kind of scary about Kobe Bryant. That's what's really scary about Kobe Bryant is that he seems to be the one that kind of planned it all out. You know what I'm saying? He Jordan, once he realized he can get one, two, three, I think he didn't have a ceiling because he just wanted to keep going until he couldn't go no more. Kobe had a ceiling and he knew where he wanted to be at. You know what I'm saying? He was a scary man when you go and look back at him and hear what the other men got to say about him and how diligent he was. He might have, if basketball wasn't his thing, I'm not throwing smut on nobody's name, but if basketball wasn't his thing, he's got the mind workings of a serial killer.
He could have
You know?
whatever he went into with his mindset, the determination, the hard work, the putting in the time,
Yeah.
whatever he got into, he would have been excellent at it. Serial killer, monster truck driver, IndyCar racer, whatever.
Imagine he was the tax man coming for you, doing audits on you. Oh my God, the gameplay. Oh man, the homework. He'd be the best. He'd be the worst.
You don't have an accountant that can outdo him.
Yeah, that's your best bet.
It should be. It should be. It should be. Now, you know, there's people that just want to be mechanics. They don't teach auto mechanics in schools no more. Now you got to
They,
graduate. You got to graduate, go into getting $1,000 of debt to go to a community college. All
I
because you
don't know
want
if
to,
they
huh?
I don't know if they took it out since I graduated, but to be fair, in New Hanover County, they had an auto tech program, but only at our school. So the rest of the, if you went to another school, let's say Hargard, you'd have to get picked up from Hargard. The bus would come and take you to the class in the middle of the day. But they were I can say that only one school offered it for all five schools in the county, auto tech, back when I graduated.
Yeah, that was many moon ago, son.
Plenty of naps, plenty
Many of 'em.
CBD.
Yep.
Word up. Auto talk. This is a real true story, Pop. This is a really true story. So I needed the course to graduate like on time. I needed that course, and it was auto tech. And just to make sure I had enough credits, like I'm like, come on, dude. All right, I need to go ahead and do this. So I was skipping auto tech like perpetually. It was pretty bad. I was skipping auto tech whenever I felt like it. Show up at the end of the week, get my work packet, and knock it all out. That was the name of the game. And this time, I really wasn't having it, and I got behind on my packs and everything, and I had counted up all of my credits, and I was one over. And the guy was talking about, man, dude, you aren't gonna pass this class, and I was like, listen, yes, I am. You cannot fail me, bro. Don't do this. If you fail me, I'm gonna have to go to summer school, or I'm gonna have to go to the following school year. I'm like, bro, you don't get it. I need you to pass this. What do I got to do? And so he says, man, all right, if you give, I said, listen, give me all, I told us to him, you give me everything you got, just give me a damn D, please, seriously. And he said, okay. So the man wound up sending me home with a binder full of work, Pop. I had like 2 days to get it done. Word up. So I crushed it, and the rest is history. I graduated on time with the homies. You already know that, baby. Cheated the system, but I earned all my credits, damn it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really. Now looking back, I honestly think high school, I see why a lot of kids fail. It's hard. It really is hard. Like, especially if you're going through it at home and stuff like that. Like, school wasn't easy, man. High school was actually, when I look back at it, pretty tough. And this is the reason why parents struggle when they get kids in high school. Cause damn it, the work is hard. For real. I don't expect every kid to graduate high school. I really don't. I really don't. You know, we was talking about some people today talk about they want full disability because they ain't working 6 months. How is it fair to throw two algebra courses on this man? Come on, chemistry. I don't expect that from him.
No.
That's why people ain't going to get their GED. That's
Mm.
the reason why niggas can buy grits one time a month.
God.
But
That's
it's
the
all right.
reason why. That's the reason why a motherfucker could drop 90 dollars in food stamps for $45. Put five in a tank, then go ahead and get a 40 bag just to make 35 off of it. The algebra is not adding up.
Nah, nah,
Almost I'm 45 to the loss
yeah,
because I took that, right?
yeah.
You follow? And
I got you.
then at the back end of it, I spent 40 and making 35.
Right.
So I'm five
Yeah.
to the low there. So this whole transaction, I'm $50 in the hole. That algebra don't add up to certain people. They're gonna fail every time.
That's what you call working to be poor. You working, or exactly, it's simple to put, it's hustling backwards. For real.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. You hustling backwards, you working hard to be poor, and that don't make no damn sense to
I
me.
swear. It's reverse algebra.
Let me ask you a
No,
question.
go
Oh, go
ahead,
ahead.
please.
Please
No, I'm
finish up.
done.
What you were saying?
I forgot
What is
it. I
the
mean,
definition? What do you think, or what does the words human interaction mean to you?
for me, it's more of what's the word I'm looking for? For me, it's more of selling myself.
Okay.
I know what the word mean, but I don't know what it means to certain people. When I interact with somebody, hold on. When I interact with people, I'm selling myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't like to interact with people that I can't learn nothing from, can't get nothing from, can't help me. What's the word I'm trying to say? What was the internet designed to do?
Network.
That's it. That's the word I'm looking for, brother.
Yeah.
That's what it mean to me. Networking.
Okay. Okay.
You got something I'm trying to do. I'm not sure how to do it. Let's network this here. Let's figure this out. Talk to
Yeah.
me. Let's interact. Let's have us an interaction. Especially if you need something that I can do. So we can work this out. We can network each other.
Right.
That's what it means to me. I can't say
Okay.
what it means for other.
No, actually, I enjoyed that perspective. That's why I asked you because that, I like the way your brain work on that, especially like the business aspect. I didn't even think about that, but being able to shop yourself though is the most important part because I know a lot of people who just simply can't even do that. They can't even sell themselves to do anything because they aren't good at anything. So I really
Yeah,
like that answer, actually. I really do like that answer. It's a network. Life is like a big network as far as interacting with humans.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna cut this down, light down a little bit. That's bright in my eye. There we go.
Okay.
I thought about it today when I wrote it down, and I was thinking to myself instantly, almost in a negative light. And I don't want to be that way, but like it was pessimistic where I was like, man, I kind of get paranoid when I'm dealing with strangers in particular, just regular humans. Not all humans, obviously, but most of them. When I'm just dealing with people, and even if there's like business involved, I know that humans are predatory animals, and that they will prey on each other. And so, a natural reaction to me is instantaneous, like awareness. I would say awareness, but what is the I'm trying to find out the bottom line, the word of what I think it is and why it's important to us is human interaction.
You have to
I
interact
can't
with
really
people
think of nothing
because
positive. I think of it as deadly. I think of it like if a deer interacted with a human, it could be the end of their lives. And that's the case with when humans interact, and not just with humans, but when humans interact with anything else, death is almost coming with it too.
A lot of times, not all the time, because you have to you have to interact. That's how people become husband and wives. That's how children are made.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Hold on. Hey, buddy, can I call you back? I'm doing my podcast with my son. All right. Later. Sorry about that.
Saw hood. Yeah,
And then when you interact, it's not all death. I mean, you got a few homies that you interacted with that are homies for life.
yes,
No matter whether they white, black, gay, fat, it don't matter.
yeah.
And if you had been afraid, then you would have never met these people.
Hmm.
And your life would have been a short. Because it's definitely a plus that you still friends with these people.
If I didn't have them, I wouldn't have any friends at all. Like literally, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have any friends at all. They all I got, man. I tell them too, man. Listen, man, we friends for life, dude. We in this forever, dude. Just don't play
Hmm.
me. That's all we. That's all. I understood early how important a friend was. I never believed in screwing my friends over. I didn't appreciate that. Mean that
You
don't mean
got
I haven't done it before, but I've never really been into that. It's that's not what we're doing over here.
you got morals. You're not like certain people. Let me think. Trump.
What do you do to his
Oh,
friends?
Pence. You was my friend, but now you don't believe in what I believe in. Now I'm gonna screw you over first chance I get. Oh, I I got a better one. Oh, how about I'm gonna take you, Mr. Giuliani, as my personal lawyer. He commits to the man gets bamboozled. You don't hear him saying nothing about him, do you?
Nope, nope,
That
nah.
first
You got
term,
to.
that first term, Giuliani was his man.
Yeah,
Giuliani was sitting damn near in the spot where Elon is now, damn near.
yeah.
You don't hear him saying, I'm gonna pardon.
Giuliani.
Oh,
That's a good point, though. Yeah, I mean now he know he got the power. He can say I'm a part of Giuliani from the day he was born to the day that he dies. Now we know like the scope of the power based on the last
yeah,
administration, what the hell a party can do. And that's amazing to me. How you can pardon a man for crimes he haven't been committed yet. I mean, haven't been charged with yet. I've never ever nobody's seen it. Nobody's ever seen it except diplomatic immunity. But speaking of the Trumpster, you and I were holding a conversation earlier today about him throwing tariffs on those two countries, and you said something about bullying. Could you expound on that? Because I have like I would like to push back a little bit on what we were talking about. But
okay.
so yeah,
To me, basic layman terms, it's like that statement Mike Tyson said. Everybody's a tough guy till you get punched in your mouth.
hmm
He go throwing his weight around, assuming assuming that everybody was just going to lay down and let them kick them.
Okay.
But as soon as you start throwing your terrorists around, these same people started throwing their terrorists around. And then
Okay.
guess what? Oh, you know what? We're gonna negotiate this. We're gonna postpone this for another 30 days. Why
Right.
is that? If you were so tough, why didn't you say what you're gonna do and mean it and keep it and
Okay.
stand on it? You can't, because when the motherfuckers stand face to face with you back, especially, I get it from the guys from Canada, but this is the same man says, when you're as rich as I am, you can grab a woman by her crotch. I dare you to grab that Mexican president by her crotch. I dare you.
Okay.
She's not afraid.
Right.
When she struck back at him, now you want to negotiate.
Mm.
It's just like what Tyson was saying. You're a tough guy. Punch you in your face. Now you hold on. Wait a minute. Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let, let's have a conversation now.
So I got some numbers on that. Okay.
Sure.
About 86% of everything that Mexico produces is sold to the USA.
Yes.
About 75% of everything Canada produces is sold to the USA. Right? There, Canada, between the two, Canada, out of everything that's foreign, 15% of everything that we get is made out of the country, and that's Mexico and Canada included. About 15% based on these numbers. Excuse me. They make up out of the 15% of all of it that's made, right? They make up about 3 to 4% in that 15%. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, with that being said, Mexico is also spending about less than 7% of all of their budget on their military. Canada is spending a little bit more, but not much more. And that's because you got a big brother right in the middle. Ain't nobody going to invade Mexico. Ain't nobody going to invade Canada because we have a problem here. That's unsafe to us. They're not even investing money in their own military. That's why their military is weak. Think about it like historically, why does Canada not have a strong military? What's actually the problem out here? And the same thing with Mexico. Mexico should be dominate all of that space that they got. They used to have a badass Mexican army. They don't no more. You know what I'm saying? All of that being said, if you hit them with the 25 and it's 86% of everything you make out of Mexico is going to America, that's a big dent. That's a big dent. But whatever Mexico does sell us that's in that 15%, yeah, it might hurt for a little bit. But ultimately, what they did is what he asked, which is, hey, put more people at the border, cut off that fentanyl chain. We're done with it. What else did it require? And they actually deployed those people there. So I don't think it was a fold. The Mexican lady yelled and screamed, and then she went and sent them soldiers up there to the line like he said so. So,
But
yeah, we can
but
negotiate. I don't have to kick you while you down. Let's talk now.
yeah.
That
But you don't have
25% one wouldn't have killed us.
but you don't have to threaten me. We can talk. You do not have to threaten me. We said it the other day. In certain states, a person can say you communicating a threat and you get locked up.
Yeah.
You don't have to threaten me. We grown people, we can sit down and talk.
So what are
But
you
do not
supposed to do if you cutting through
listen.
my yard and I keep telling you, dude, don't cut my yard. And the second, third time, it's like, okay, man, now I'm gonna have to put up the fence, or now I'm gonna have to get the dog. I don't want the dog to bite you, but like you keep playing with me. I wanted this to be an open yard. How many
Yeah.
times can you be walking on the yard, cutting through
Yes.
my yard?
Yes. I understand that fully. But let's not forget, he had a chance 4 years ago. But then again, you threatening. We're gonna build a wall and you gonna pay for it. He had the chance.
That was ridiculous.
He talk about biting, letting the flood through and all of this, but he had the chance to do it when he was first sitting in office.
But I mean, that's a half truth. But because he built a lot of the wall, and then Biden went ahead and sold the wall as private property. So people were buying it up for pennies, and now they got to pay hundreds of dollars to get it back by the square foot. We talked about this before.
Yes, but it was sitting there. So again, it got there under his administration.
Yeah.
Why didn't he do something with it then?
If you got 4 years plus the fighting and all of that, if you ask me for some change, if you ask me for $1 and I give you 50 cents, hey man, you got to go find the other 50. He might pull it
I-
off. He got 8 years now, but if you build half the fence, how much? What more do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I met you halfway.
Well, I want you to do what you said you was gonna do. You was gonna have the wall built.
Good point.
You didn't tell me nothing about half and half, and yo, let me hold this. And you said you was
That's a
gonna
fair point.
do it.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
those
is it
numbers
safe?
and those terms are undisputable, Bob. I don't think that
Yes.
was bullying. It was a hell of a tactic and it worked. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I don't think it worked because you got your numbers. I got my facts. Canada was gonna tax, and what I think these countries is doing actually uh, is targeting more of the red states. Canada said, okay, we're gonna put a 10% on the fucking oil we send you. We're gonna put a 10% on the trees we send you. We're gonna put a 10% on the plywood we send you. We're gonna put a 10% on the fucking brandy y'all ship. We're gonna put a 10% on y'all beer. Everything. Everything. Mexico, they're gonna put a fucking 10% tariff on all the fruit.
tequila.
If you
Yeah.
know, if you know the facts, 80% of the fruit we eat comes from Mexico.
Okay.
10% on that.
Yeah.
So, just like he's gonna tax them, they're gonna put that tax too.
Yes.
And so now it's 20%. I'm taxing you 10% to bring it here, but then they taxing me 10% because you want it, because you need it. I got a
So,
bigger hold
okay.
on. I want you to think about this as a whole. Imagine if Mexico says, I'm gonna put a 10, 25% tariff on our cocaine.
Okay.
America will lose its fucking mind.
It's gonna have to
Eh,
struggle.
all of those motherfuckers is dope heads. All of them motherfuckers is coke heads. America, we done grew up in the hood. We done seen it when there was a drought.
It's terrible. It's a nightmare. Yeah, crack drought in the hood is actually, now that you said something, the crack
Shit,
drought in the neighborhood is very bad for the economy. There needs to be
the
cocaine.
the weed, the CBD.
Crazy. Yeah.
Imagine if Mexico said, you know what? The hell with your tariff. I'm not even sending you none. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We talking about food. We talking about, bananas and all. The Coke game is serious.
Dad, I gotta say this. I'm listening to the Prince of Saudi Arabia today, and he was telling the world about how the world went too woke and too far left. He believes that the whole they don't believe in that transgender, none of that. They don't believe in nothing. So I looked it up and said, can you drink alcohol in Saudi Arabia? They said, hell no. There's only one liquor store in Saudi Arabia, and it only can be sold to, and liquor can only be sold to foreign diplomats. You got to be from out of the country, and you got to be a diplomat in order to get this liquor. Very exclusive stuff. But that's the only place that actually makes the liquor, or you can get anywhere anything to drink. Highly illegal to have any beers, anything.
Yeah.
Marijuana also punishable by death if you get caught multiple times. Also
Yeah.
punishable by lashings. You can be
Yeah.
lashed. They still do that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, this ain't where I want to be because I want to do bad stuff and call it freedom. It's the truth. That's just the truth. Would I visit Saudi Arabia? Yes, I will. But I want to live in a place where I can do what I want to do without being harmed. I say all that to say they got their own set of rules there, and yes, it's gonna be hard to clean the system and make it clean. But there has to be a hard line because, for example, if America was 100% clean, I really think that we'd be at our very best shape. At our very best shape. If the culture wasn't involved, I grew up with weed in my culture. I grew up, when I say my culture, I meant my history, right? Where I grew up, my friends, the neighborhood, everything. It was bound to happen. And thankfully I never did it, but I did always smoke CBD. Never smoked weed, kids. But you dig what I'm saying though, right, Papa?
Yeah. I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. As far as being great, because 10 years ago, Dubai was a third world country. Now look at the self discipline and the firmness on your laws. Made it this place now. We're not firm on our laws. Well, let me rephrase that. To certain people, if you're a black guy with dreadlocks down your back and your pants hanging down, then yeah, they'll trap a murder on you.
Please don't let
But
me
if you
forget the Safety Act. Don't forget, please. Don't let me forget that the Safety Act. I need to write it down. Continue, Bob, please. You said them bastards
but
to try to go ahead.
the Safety Act, yeah, but if you was O.J. Simpson with Johnny Cochran, you could beat murders. Over there, they don't give a damn about Johnny Cochran. Your ass gonna get stoned to death regardless. We don't care that you not black or white. You OJ. OJ, we gonna stone your ass to death.
Hmm.
We don't play that shit over here. You rape somebody, do them dirty. Do them dirty. That's why you don't see the crime that we see here. How in the fuck is it that 10-year-old kids got access to guns? And I'm not talking about something they took from their home. I'm talking about on the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
Let a little 10-year-old over that motherfucker. If you not fucking fighting with the Taliban, your ass is gonna get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
We weak. We pussy. Look how stupid we are. What's that faggot ass name? Marco
Rubio.
Rubio. I almost said Fabio. Marco Rubio. He said yesterday. Now I want you to hear the contradiction and just the stupid language. He said yesterday that he think we should take all the violent criminals from the United States and send them to another country.
I heard that.
And then Trump backed him. Hold on a second.
Yo, hey yo, some shout out. By the way. Shout out to our following shout out to our following sponsors. Divas Holland. Divas Holland Incorporated at gmail.com. Let me tell you something about Divas Holland. Badass. Straight badass. I had to have a couple moves, and actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna have a move in the next few days across the house. And I was really pent up in the situation, man. Real tough titty. Said to Kitty, yet the myth was still coming. So I wound up calling Divas Holland. And they wound up helping me out. Fast service, the whole staff was great. Moving truck wound up coming up to my home, moved all my stuff from one place to the next. And it was done effortlessly. So now that I've been helped by that, I'm gonna mess around and be done. Call them again. But seriously, on all seriousness, Divas Holland Incorporated. You make sure you get in contact. Very, very good business all day, every single day. Yeah. I also want to
Sorry
give a
about that.
personal shout out to one of the homies. I gotta ask for permission if I put their name on there. When I put it out, that Thermostat Masters. Uh, do very good work in your local triangle area, willing to travel. Family owned business, hardworking people, and I'm proud to even know these people. So Thermostat
Yep.
Master, man, go ahead and get your AC, all
Yep.
HVAC issues handled with no issues, effortless, with a great quote, and nice friendly service. Now back to scheduling programming. You smell me? We done paid the bills. Here we go. Back to scheduled
So
programming.
so Trump agrees with it. And to show you how soft we are as Americans, to anybody that might feel good, because it might sound good, because I'm sure you got people out there who somebody in their family got murdered, got hit by a drunk driver, a stray bullet, and I can understand how they feel. But these are Americans. Number one, how can you ship Americans off to another country? Number one. And number two, if we're going to do that, this brings me back to the Obama situation when he was talking about, yeah, you can let the men go into girls' bathrooms and all of that. And my first statement was, okay, then let you do the experiment. Let it happen to your daughters.
Yeah, I'm totally into it now that they're adults. Let me go up in their bathroom. I'll play whatever
Yeah,
role you want me to play.
I don't care about them being adults because they was doing it for kids. But
It's a good point.
switch, switch back to what we were talking about. Now, here's a fact. I don't know a person alive that have 30 some odd convictions.
Okay.
So if you're gonna agree to doing that, shouldn't you be the first one shipped to another country? Let let's let let's be realistic here.
Yeah, yeah,
You have 30 some odd
felonies.
convictions,
Yeah,
and he has the audacity.
that's crazy. That is crazy.
He has the audacity, and these stupid people forgot this. It just happened. You forgot this motherfucker got 30 some odd felony convictions?
No, I mean, it's the news cycle was so quick, man. That's what the gamble is. Like the man got
So,
shot, they switched it over real quick. It's 2 day coverage. Like they know what
so
they're doing. The spin cycle so quick. The spin cycle so quick.
BJ, this just happened. Creed, Creed, this just happened.
Mhm.
So again, he talk a lot, he play tough guy. He says what the people want to hear. And they so stupid because soon as that whatever he say come out his mouth, they forget about yesterday. They
Who could
forget about
anybody
what he
vote for and they wouldn't have been stupid?
huh?
Who could anybody have ever vote like who could anybody vote for and it wouldn't have been a stupid decision?
That's not
Who
my
was
that's not
doing
my argument. That's not my argument. You was stupid, left or right, red or blue. You was fucked. Either way, red or
Yeah,
blue.
yeah. Even the middle people or people who didn't care. It was like it was
Yeah,
gonna happen. It was ran by two
they
idiots.
yeah, they're gonna get fucked too. My debate my debate is how does Mark Rubio say something stupid
That's nuts.
at working for a 37-time convicted felon?
That's a great point. It's a great
And
point.
then the felon gets up there and says, I agree with that. Send him to another country.
Hmm. I forgot which country they said because I read it in passing, honestly, but they were saying, yeah, it's highly unconstitutional for people to do that. Honestly, I didn't really read into it, but I saw what Rubio name was involved in. I thought it was a bogus story at first, man. Like that's so ridiculous, though. That like, come on, man. That's
and it's
so
and it's unconstitutional. You was
yeah,
born on U.S. soil. You are
yeah.
an American. You cannot be extra. No, not that's not the word. What is called? Deported.
No, that's worse than that. It's called what is it called? Banishment, right? That's like when you're just like you're banished. You can't come back to the country. It's a wrap. That's crazy. Kick me
We
out of
don't have
here. Can't come back. It's called a God. What did they call Pop from? Remember the name
I,
from Scarface? Undesirables is what they called him in the police station. You remember that when he
yep.
first showed up to the camp, and the name of those people are undesirables because they're not good in their own country, and no other country want to deal with them. Yeah. See, but this is the thing though. This is like almost the hypocrisy. I understand what you're saying. Now Scarface is a Hollywood movie, obviously, right? It's a caricature of a human being. But I have in my life loved Scarface. I still love Scarface to this day. But the truth of the matter is, based on my beliefs today, I would want him to hell up out of here because he was a terrorist, a domestic terrorist, a violent man, a gang member. He was one of those people I be hearing about on TV. They're sitting there killers. They're sitting there rapists. So, but Hollywood made me love. I love Scarface because of Hollywood, but Tony Montana is actually the epitome of what they're talking about as far as deporting these people. That
But
ain't got
you're
nothing to do
talking.
with what we were talking about. Americans should stay here. They're American
Yeah,
born. You build a prison here. We don't deport them.
that's it. That's
But
it.
remember, I was saying there's some human beings that's not no good, man. We was talking about it with we was talking with him with the oh yeah, man, my grits. That
Just kill him.
what
Got
did
a
we
simple
do with?
solution.
Seriously?
Yeah, just kill him. The more you kill, the less that
What?
bullshit around. I'm not gonna deport you. I'm gonna put.
No.
I'm a tree, and I'm gonna fire at you.
Listen, I don't I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna go a step a little bit more humane, and I'm gonna say I want to work you to death for whatever you worth. You will work until you die. Even if you
Nah,
work while you're dying, I don't want to kill you because it's like wasting a battery. I hate that I'm saying that, like, but that's how I see it.
well,
There's no reason to waste a battery.
I'd rather waste the battery than to have to house this motherfucker for 20, 25 years. Feed this motherfucker, give this motherfucker free education, give him free workout sessions in the gym, give him free counseling. Is you kidding
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Fuck that battery.
I'm talking about work camp. Not a concentration camp, people. Don't just relax, everybody. I'm talking about a work camp where you work a man to death. That's what I'm talking about. If that's the same thing, then I apologize, but that's what I mean
Still,
for these type of people, honestly.
still have to feed him.
Yeah, you feed them. Yeah, he feed us some scraps.
You still got to feed him.
Yeah, they
Somebody got to.
call.
Somebody got to cut it up. That's physical labor. I'm talking straight one boom headshot done.
It's good batteries, man. Good batteries. I find something. You can go out there and pick that cotton. You gonna go out there and go snatch them yams up. I'm serious.
Okay.
Now, I ain't talking about no slave stuff, but in our own constitution, you don't have rights if you're incarcerated. That's in our constitution. Every man got their rights until you get incarcerated, and then you no longer have the rights. So that's the whole point. You get incarcerated, some crazy stuff. You're being stupid. And as I said with old boy, multiple, just being stupid. You're stealing from your family. You're stealing at the Walmart. You're stealing everywhere, doing ridiculousness. Yeah, man, listen. I need you to pick these peas. I need you to de-shell these peas. Well, all of these, yeah, all of these and all of those, like a whole mountain of them, or whatever it is. These yams,
I
these
want your
yams.
hand. I want your hand. That same hand you was stealing with. I want that.
Yeah, 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 that too, and the yams. So you're gonna pick yams with your left hand until you die. That's all it is. That's all I'm trying to say, Pop.
Great women. You fuck with kids.
Yep.
Castration.
Yeah, and like permanent. Yeah, absolute, absolute. You cut it off and then you burn the spot so it stops bleeding with a hot knife. That's it.
Yep.
We tired of playing. And there's got to be proof though, because God knows you can be lied on. Oh my God, a man can be lied on. You would have to have the most substantial of proof. Substantial of proof.
What station is
Seriously,
that? What station
huh?
is that? What station is that Trump says fake news?
ABC or MSNBC or
I think it's
uh CNN. Yeah, he don't like none of them cats.
So put that bitch right up on CNN.
What's that?
You stole, you right handed, you stole. I want that right hand.
What?
Right there on CNN. You mess with
I,
that child, yeah, castration right there on CNN. You going
Pop,
out murdering people, yeah, that headshot right there on CNN.
what you
Them
think
idiots.
about what you think
Go
about
ahead.
public punishments? You know what I'm saying?
I'm all.
Honestly, the truth of the matter is, if we ain't got to do all of that, if we start lashing the hell out of people in the street for doing ridiculous stuff, people will stop. It's the truth. And you put it on all the YouTube pages, it's time to break how we think. We like, oh, we so humane and da 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 da. Who cares? And then you let the man out and he rapes again. Like honest people who are raping people. Like honestly. You let the man out and they do it again and again, and whatever the case is, it's time to start whipping people in the middle of the street. That's it.
Yes, but
You want to keep stealing? You got $100,000 in stealing debt? Whip the hell out of them in the street. But then we got to get woke because they go say, hey man, this black man is out here and raped 4, 5 people for no reason. But this white dude, every time, you know what I'm saying? Every time black people get with this white guy's up here. It'll start being too bad. Who's gonna be allowed to whip this black man without people being upset about it, about the racial thing and all this other crap? It's gonna get bad. We have to deal
well,
with
if
all
you
of that. You
well if
put a
you're gonna
mask
whip,
on like the medieval times, so you don't know who the hell a man is. That's how you do it.
nah, you got to show his face. See, but I'm not talking about whipping because again, you got people like I got a little man in here, man. High tolerance for pain.
Okay.
You could whip some people and they might have a fucking extremely high tolerance for pain. And you're not gonna hurt them. But I promise you, you take that hand off,
Yeah.
you take that penis off,
Yeah.
you headshot a motherfucker, shit'll change overnight.
But that's the thing. Is I agree with that, all of it. But it has to be public. It has to
That-
be in front of everybody so that we see ain't nobody playing no more. It has
That's
to
what
be
I'm
public. We're not gonna take you in a room and whip your ass. We're gonna whip you right in the middle of the riverfront because you keep raping people, little kids, little boys.
take you right down in the middle of the Hudson Station and have CNN right there recording everything.
You know how this strip get bust down the middle with that black stuff be in the middle. That's how that
Yep.
whip. That's how that whip hit her. Got the black stuff coming out the bone. That man. Tell you, come on, man. We ain't doing it no more. We ain't doing it. Anyway, here we go. We got the next few subjects, and then we're gonna call it, okay?
Hold on, hold on.
All right, I got
Did you
okay.
huh? Did you see what China did? They said they
What's
tariff
that?
last night. The United
Okay,
States said they tariff China.
yeah, it's up.
China got good. China got us good. I can't remember all the details on it, but China threw a 10% tariff.
It's
Pickup
up.
trucks, they cars, they threw a 10%. Again, we think we could just bully people. Now he hit China. He's a liar though, because in his first words, he said that if BRICS tried to start, he's gonna hit them with a 100% tariff.
Yeah. Huh.
China's part of BRICS.
Well, no, they said they try to start their own dollar. If they try to start their own currency, or not,
Yeah,
if they go back gold based or something like that, they go back where their money is
yeah.
based on gold, and they try to collectively make their own money. He's gonna put 100% tariff on them, and they haven't done it yet.
They have, man. They got their own currency already.
I heard about it.
Do the math. Look it up.
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, they already got their own currency. They're already working their own money.
Mm.
Did you see the dude in Africa paid off his whole country debt? One day, $4.9 billion he paid off. Now they supposed to be poor.
Hmm.
And they kicked out the United States government, the military off their property.
Get your
We
ass
not
up out of
talking. We talk about a convicted felon talking about you should deport American convicted felons. Then why don't he lead by example?
Yeah, right.
Was it Ecuador or El Salvador? El Salvador
Salvador.
actually said that, yeah, we'll take them.
They probably, you know what that means? Bonds. That's gonna be a huge contract for them. El Salvador get rich. They'll get filthy rich, and Americans
in
will
no,
not.
yep, in no time, in no time at all.
Bailando. I done signed out for a second. All right, wow.
Oh, it's all right.
So I need to read something, and this is. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, here. That's what's up. Split screen on the phone. Split screen on the phone. I keep it super gangster. Super duper gangster. All right, I gotta read a quick little something. You ready? An upstate judge has resigned after he got out of jury duty by claiming he couldn't be impartial because he thought everyone brought before a court is guilty. Richard T. Snyder, who had been a justice of Petersburg Town Court for about a decade, left his post after being charged with misconduct by a state judicial commission. Official said on Thursday, right? According to court transcripts, Snyder tried to avoid serving on a jury in 2023 by first identifying himself as a judge and then saying, I know everybody come in front. This is his quote exactly. I know everybody come in front of me. I know they are guilty. They would not be in front of me. That's his exact quote. I know everybody come in front of me. That's ridiculous. Uh, Bad language too. But he was eventually dismissed from serving on a jury after he continued to argue that he could not be impartial, saying no, it would not be fair. Court transcripts from a special grand jury impanelment, and I don't know how to say that county in a particular county show, right? The judge who was overseeing the jury selection who reported Snyder to state officials. I'm sorry. The judge who was overseeing the over the jury selection reported Snyder to the state officials, right? At a judicial commission hearing of the following year, Snyder said he understood the defendants are supposed to be considered innocent until proven guilty, and that he felt like people wouldn't be guilty unless they committed the crimes, right? At the end of it, this is the last sentence though that I need to get off. Snyder, who was elected a justice, right? Snyder, who was elected a justice, is not an attorney and has agreed to never serve as a judge again. Now, this is important to me, that part that I said. The bastard was never even a lawyer before and got elected as a justice. Served for
Yeah.
over a decade. I did not know
Yeah.
about this man.
Well,
I wish I
that's
put his picture on the cover, actually.
there is no law. You don't have to be that. You can be elected that. You could be elected that. Kind of
Hold on.
like, ah, yeah, split screen. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to be a lawyer. There's no law against that. You can be elected a judge anywhere.
that's nuts. Oh man,
Honestly,
I
it's the
got an echo.
same.
Let me get out of. Hold on. Hello.
Yeah, honestly, it's the same thing that what Trump did. None of these people had any knowledge of any government. He just put them in their places. If you had enough followers behind you, they can say, "Oh yeah, we want Crease Brown for circuit judge," and
That's so crazy.
they'll vote you in. Yep.
I did not know you could just do that. I didn't even know that. I did not know that at all. I thought the whole point of being a judge was that you had to be a lawyer.
Nah, he's not the first. It's happened many times.
And the guy said he ain't impartial, so now he got to resign. He says everybody come in front of me, I know they guilty. Some guy in upstate New York. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. I mean, come on, man. Come on. It's disgusting. But when I saw that, my eyes like opened up. Like, oh yeah, Pac gonna like this one, cause these
Yep.
people just pulling the trash, man. They pulling it.
They do it. They do it. They fucking do it. And if you don't go to your council meetings and shit like that, you'll never know.
Or do your research. I mean, I was my age today. I learned today that you can become a judge and not be a lawyer. How in
Yeah.
the hell have I been walking around here talking about I know my rights? I don't know anything. We gotta keep reading, and I'm happy that I know that now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm happy that I know I don't know nothing, and I don't even see it as a bad thing. I see it like, okay, there's more to learn. Like now
Yeah.
that I learn a little bit, I know that I'm stupid, and that's the greatest part about learning, right?
Yep. Yep. Like
Because
it's kind
once
of
you
like
enter,
what
you
you.
gotta special season it. Go ahead.
Yep. It's what you said to me at the beginning of this show. I keep finding happiness learning. And you have that ability. You do that all the time. I'm proud of you, son. That's what we do. We sit back, we talk to each other, we ask each other questions that nobody never thought about before, and we go find the answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you too. I'm glad you
Yeah.
feel like that. We don't know nothing. When you think of it, I mean, what do you know about farming? Nothing. What do you know about horseback
Not
riding?
at all.
What do you know about going
That,
deep sea fishing with sharks? Walk climbing
one
Mount
of those
Everest.
saltwater tanks.
We don't know nothing about climbing Mount Everest.
You right?
It's so much we just don't know.
You right. Hmm.
But it's out there. You can find it out. You just have to want it.
Or be blessed enough to stumble upon the information. Because
Yep.
sometimes you just trip and fall into some info that'll save your life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes we put ourselves to mingle with people to find out things. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I don't think this was a mistake. Maybe this is already the case, but I have received a check as a bartender. I got my state taxes and I got Medicaid. Oh, what's it called? Medicare, I think, whatever they take out.
Hmm.
But $0 in federal taxes. By the way, the federal government got nothing from my tips on this check. He already I didn't hear about the law passing. It might have been part of that 200 that passed already, but
It, it, it
that's
was.
what my stub says. Zero
Yeah.
dollars
It,
taken from the federal government.
I'm surprised you didn't hear about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he stopped taxes on overtime, tips. Waitresses make tips. He stopped taxing on all of that. All of that.
it's giving people a shot, man. So like it's so one of the best quotes I heard in the past, I'd say 10 years, was that wasn't mine because I make some dope quotes. But one of the dope quotes I heard in the past 10 years, and I just heard this recently, is I treat everybody I treat everybody fairly, which means I treat everybody differently. I wish I could give the person the credit who said that. But it's just
Hmm.
the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I will treat you fair. That means I'm gonna treat you different. So let's just say for example, Derek Fisher is there and Kobe Bryant is there. I'm gonna treat Derek Fisher like a man and with respect and all this other stuff, but I'm gonna treat him fairly. Kobe Bryant is going to be treated differently. I'm gonna treat Kobe Bryant fair too. I have to be fair to him. Therefore, I'm gonna treat him different. Does that make sense?
Yes, because everybody's fair is different.
Exactly.
Everybody, is different. What's fair to you, I might not accept it.
Yes.
Fair to me, you might not accept it.
Yes.
If it's fair to you as well being fair to me, then that's a fair person.
That's a fair person. Some people, in order to equate the world, in order to try to cause some balance, are going to have to hurt. This is the truth, and I'm not just saying that because I'm making money at a bar now. I'm not just saying that. I am saying though, like, excuse me, it's going to have to be pain. And I had suggested on this show before, and I stand on it. America was so weak that maybe we need to implement a draft where kids go in, little boys go into the military automatically for 1 or 2 years, whether you want to or not. Whether you want to or not. When you get out of the military, even if you didn't serve a war or load a gun, I don't care what you did, you're gonna get a full scholarship anywhere the hell you want to. Well, especially I'm gonna say community college, you get a full community ride college for sure. And then like if you make good grades, then we'll help you get that push to go into that state university. We'll pay that money. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to
Hmm.
go to Duke for 4 years. That's ridiculous. Go to community college for 2 years, and then once you graduate and your grades are dope, then we're gonna get your ass the grant. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
So that I said that, and I think that sounds extreme. If little boys went into the military for 2 years, all of us went into the military for 2 years. I think that's extreme, but it has to happen because we look so weak. By the way, that that prince from Saudi Arabia who was sitting in front of Tucker Carlson said that he felt disrespected. He thought that we had gone crazy when he was meeting American generals and they had dresses on. Men, men. He said, what the hell was going on? He didn't understand what was going on. I told you we were disrespecting other people's culture by doing that. And then you're going to say, Kamala Harris over there looking ridiculous. Talking to this
More,
man in Saudi Arabia, how you gonna get business handled? We almost
more, dis,
messed up.
more disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Because we bullies. We can do that. We bark loud, but the bite ain't shit. Now the military is a whole different aspect. We all know we got the strongest military. But when
We
it
got the
comes
most
down to
money invested.
yeah, when it comes down to man, woman to woman, fist to fist, we soft, man.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, yo, get out my face before I hurt you. And then when you go to punch him in the mouth, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I'm a
You can't
victim,
hit a
man. I'm a diabetic. Stop.
you can't you can't hit a girl.
Oh, you talking about a
What?
lady? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know you was a girl.
No, no. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. Yo, get out of my face, man, before I punch you in your face. When you jump flying ready to punch him in the face, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 you can't hit me. I'm a girl.
Damn.
Which one was it? The first one or the second voice? Now you
Yeah.
going to jail for hate crime when somebody had a voice deeper than yours just a minute ago, razor bumps and all of that jumped in your face. You felt threatened. Time to defend yourself. Now it's a hate crime. God almighty.
There is a place. There is a act out in Chicago, around Chicago at least, and I know I think it might be in California too, but I need to make sure I need to know what state it's in. It's called the Safety Act, where there are crimes now that are not automatically detainable. You can't detain people. I mean, the police will not detain people for certain acts, and some of these acts are assault and battery. Another one was arson. Another one was kidnap. And the last and most egregious one was second degree murder. Second degree murder, where they writing tickets like, okay, you killed the man, here go your ticket, see your ass in court. That's what's happening now in our country. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Where
know.
they do
I don't. I just think they don't have enough.
enough
I
what?
hate it. Enough evidence. I hate it that it's like that, but I mean that is written in the Constitution. You have the right to move freely, not be harassed. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but all I will say is if you was walking down the street where they used to be able to just jump out of frisky or stuff like that without a crime,
Okay.
now they can't prove the crime on site, they can't arrest you.
No, I think if they could prove it on site, even the like, I guess you couldn't prove it because that you weren't there. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was video footage or whatever the case is. But
Yeah, you,
if a person's guilty, or excuse me, if a person you suspect a person of kidnapping a person, then you got serious proof there, and you turn it into a judge, and he says, "Okay, write his ass a ticket." You turn it into a justice, and they write in the ticket or whatever the case is. What's going to stop that person from doing it again and again and again?
I don't think it's written like that. Like I said, I think if you're accused of kidnapping somebody, they can stop you and question you and everything, but they can't arrest you because they have to finish their investigation. So they write your ticket so that your ass do come to court where they have time to investigate what they thought you originally did.
That's yeah, that's the same thing we saying. That's the same thing we saying. We're just explaining it differently. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Like I said, if I am suspected of burning down the house, they don't have, but they got strong proof of it, but they can't. But the investigation is not finished. What would stop me from setting the rest of the world on fire? Like I got
It
a court date. We already know what COVID did with court dates. I got a court date in like 6 months. What's that going? You know what I'm saying? Like how many other murders can I commit? Second degree
yeah,
murders.
yeah, yeah. But that is your constitution, though. People been getting robbed of it so much, and so many people be getting sued. Because if you ain't commit no crime, you don't have to show no ID.
That's how I'll be killing my car. Hold on.
Oh, you got something left on.
Actually, the door
You
not
left some.
closed. The little light at the bottom will be on. Let me make sure this thing crank up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That saves me laughing. All right, Pop. I'm gonna do these last few, and then I'm gonna go in the crib. Yeah, with my paperwork. If I get pissed off. There you go. Swear I ain't would have had to get pissed off. There we go. Make sure your doors is closed. That's why your car ain't jumping in the morning.
Figured it
You
out.
ready?
I am.
This is the quick fire with the pops. We go in and give my pops a word, and he answers it as quick as possible. 10-4. Here we go. First word, Cadillac.
Luxury.
Okay. Porn star.
TV.
You said what?
Movies or TV.
Okay. Rock star.
Drug addict.
Okay.
Uh,
Glass or can?
glass.
Like whatever. You said glass? Okay. Uh, paint primer.
That's necessary. It's damn near like a tool.
Mm,
You need it.
yeah, yeah. Or that woods thing gonna show through the paint. Unless that's what you're going for. If that's what you're going for, that's kind of cool. But you should stain it if you're going with the wood grain, right? Instead of
Yeah,
trying to
I
paint.
would. Yes.
Uh, safety goggles.
Swimming pools.
On the food.
Swimming. Swimming.
Ozium.
Get rid of some smells, boy.
Right, like
It, it'll clean up the air around you quick. Actually, also, if you use too much, it's fucking overwhelming. It'll
yeah,
run you
like toxic. Yes, sir.
out. Yeah. Ah.
Oh, I knew something big was over there. That's one of them mountain lion cats. One of these alley cats look like, damn, these things big.
Yeah,
Eating them
tongue of
field rats live.
Mm.
All right, next word, Bible.
Bible.
Yeah, Bible.
I would love to read one of the early Bibles.
Hebrew.
I would love to read. one of the early Bibles.
Yeah. CBD roach.
Put in your bowl and burn it up.
Yes, yes.
Finish the job.
Finish it. Finish it.
Yeah.
And last word is hubcap.
They don't make cars with hubcaps no more.
Now they come with rims on the stock now.
Most cars come with, factory rims.
Yeah.
Double R's with the factory rims.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I
Uh,
sell some. I sell them. I got 15. I think it's 15 inches, 16 inches. I know.
you ain't got them 22s in there.
Nah, we ain't got them spinners. Nah, we ain't got them spree wells.
Spree wells. That was a
Yo,
joint.
dude, I remember when dudes used to roll around back in the day with hubcap spree wells. I
Yep.
don't know if you ever seen it.
I remember that time.
Yeah.
It was a ridiculous investment. And then that crack drought hit. We were talking about that cocaine drought. And everybody come to find out none of those assholes owned their cars. They bought rims on cars they didn't own. The cars got snatched up. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I remember them days. Same ones with them spree wheels and the motorcycles was out there
Yep.
riding the bus in 2 weeks. It ain't take long. Matter of weeks.
Yep.
It hit hard, man.
It hit real
Yeah,
hard.
man. Another good episode, Pop, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make me a plate. Go ahead and go get me some sleep.
Do your thing, man.
All right.
Your joint jumping soon, ain't it? Tomorrow?
Yeah. That's supposed to pop tomorrow, cause you know what I'm saying, endorsement came through. So, boy endorsement came through. So uh I just gotta make sure that thing clear tomorrow by the financial institution, basically. You dig what I'm saying? And
Good.
once that comes through, the boy had the proper resources necessary to acquire what he need to get done.
That's it. That's a blessing.
Word up.
I'm proud of you,
Word up.
man. Keep it up, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Paul. You too, for sure.
All
For
right.
sure.
I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow.
All right, shout out to the HBA Head Busters Association, by the way, man. We never call them out, man. If you need a head busted, if you need to bust a head, we will protect you. Well, not we, but the Head Busters Association will
Yeah, the
protect you.
associate.
Make sure you ask.
We'll send out somebody to help you out.
Yeah, yeah. We're sending an agent out to assess the damage. We call them we call them adjusters.
Yep.
Call
Yep.
them we're sending
Yeah.
adjusters to your site. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Yep.
All right, I love you,
That's,
Dad.
I love you too, man. Have a good night.
You too. Peace.
Bye.